Yo, what is going on, y'all? Welcome into Cardinalytics at Arizona Cardinals podcast, hosted by fans for the fans here on December 3rd, 2025. A few days removed from yet another Arizona Cardinals defeat at the hands of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this time. We also had a defeat in Week 12 against the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So very, very tough times in Arizona going on, but we're here to talk about it. We're here to recap it all. Joined by my guy Shad. I'm joined by my guy Jake, and hopefully my guy Shad very soon. Jake, talk to me. How are you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. Obviously coming off another great game. I got the playoff hopes are alive. Kyler in the MVP conversation this year. Gannon, Coach of the Year conversation. Um, yeah, that's the reality. Obviously, I wanted, we all wanted, but it's the exact opposite. Coming off another loss here. Corey and I were talking a little bit off air. Kind of knew like we were never going to win that game, even though you were technically in it. You just kind of knew like 2025 Cardinals will find a way, and they did. I think it was a Ryland missed like 39 to 42-yard field goal, just never had a chance. Um, yeah, pretty typical stuff, man. I mean, I'm at the point like I watch every game now, but I'll always watch every game. But I'm at the point where on my YouTube TV, I got four screens going during the Cardinals game, which is Cardinal sin, no pun intended. In my household, I usually during the games, it's Cardinals, nothing else, and then I'll back out a commercial. But they've been relegated to the quad box, honestly, because that's where I'm at. I'm not even keeping volume on all the time. Kind of just watching over things. Like I told Corey before coming on, watching the games at this point for me, it's rooting for McBride to just put up ungodly numbers and rooting for the team to lose, honestly. So I was pretty happy with this past week's result. We got the loss, and McBride had another great day. But yeah, man. I mean, I got a lot of Pats fans. Just rubbing this whole thing in my face, inviting me to become a Pats fan, like giving me the spiel, like you were born in New England, you're from Boston, like you can be a fan, no one will judge you, and it just doesn't work that way. One,
Yeah.
and two, I would never ever root for that team. I just can't. Growing up there and being a Cardinals fan, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty bad, man. Couldn't be any worse than it is right now. But yeah, you know that's about it. We're just
Yeah.
taking the
No, I
punches, rolling.
I'm in a absolutely similar boat than you. Like I was just telling you just now off air, it's just very becoming very hard to sit there and watch every Sunday. You as much as a person that I am that I love football. Football is my absolute favorite sport, and I've been a Cardinals fan for 20 something years now. Like I know how this works with this team. Like obviously there have been more lows than there are highs. So that losing is not the end all be all for me. I think overall it's like you encompass a lot of the things that have happened and you just admit to losing that has happened. And that's not the end all be all. The end all be all has just been a lot of the shit that has happened off the field, within the locker room, and then obviously how the games have played out. Um, just it's just such a dampering, souring feeling every Sunday when you come out of these games, knowing like the team probably is going to lose, regardless of whatever they do, whether they have the competitive advantage or not. As we'll flash back, a week prior, as we can get right into it. A game in week 12, you lose to a team that you didn't deserve, that you didn't had no business losing to the game to. Like again, the Cardinals have found ways this season, somehow, some way, to be a team of losers, like all time losing. We had the stretch of games where we lost by last second field goals or last second plays in like 5 straight games, 4 or 5 straight games. The week 12 game, you somehow found a way to force 4 turnovers and you still lost the game when you didn't turn the ball over one time. I think there's like so much, it's just so much of that this year that has just put a huge dampering on me. And it just makes it feel like every Sunday is a slog to get through. And if it wasn't for, obviously, like we mentioned off air, our fantasy teams, wagering, gambling. It literally would not be any fun to sit there on Sunday to talk about and watch the Cardinals play football sometimes, because as Todd Bowles let us know, they know exactly what's coming half the time.
Dude, that was damning. Like,
So
holy shit, that was
so
awful.
we'll get into that obviously, but Boy Shaw just joined up. Other
What's
co-hosts.
up, guys?
What's up,
What's going
Sean?
on? Tell me how you feeling. Cardinal season is a slug, but it's almost over. But we're getting through it.
Oh man, what I could obviously I'm always gonna watch every game. I'm a root for the team, support the team. But right now, we're just chilling, man. Like losses don't hurt as much as they did 5 weeks ago. I'm
They
actually
feel
leaving a
great.
Hawks game. Yeah, they don't feel too bad right now. I'm actually leaving a Hawks game right now, so just enjoying my life, man. Moving on, not stressing out about this team because they've done it to us enough this season, and obviously we're eliminated from playoff contention. Not that that's a surprise to any of us, but you know, we're just moving on stress free.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. He went a little viral on Twitter for Cardinals fans,
Crazy.
for our beloved Prince, for some of you, and his his wide-eyed animation on not realizing that the team was done for the playoffs. So let's flash back though. Like I said, a week. Both of you boys were out at the Arizona Cardinals game together. While we hosted the Jacksonville Jaguars, I actually share the clip with our fan base here. You boys out there, as we saw, it was a great game. It was a great game. We had our adventures, ups and downs, but it was definitely
Highlight
a
of the
great game.
game right here.
Highlight of the game. I think my favorite part about this play right here, obviously Fat Boy getting into the end zone, this part right here. I gotta go absolutely crazy. Great play by Walt. Great play by the defense there. Of course, it one of the 4 turnovers. Great to see Walt flash. Obviously, that play probably put him out for the rest of the season. So be damned, you probably see him again. But tell me, you guys' experience out there at the game. How was the crowd? How was the energy in the stadium? Obviously, you guys got a great overtime game to go to, so money well spent. But just tell me the vibe out there while you guys were out there last week.
Yeah,
Um,
I was about to say I can go first because
yeah, you go.
obviously first game, or first and only game in Arizona this year. It was great. Coming up to the game, it was a lot of Jaguars fans out. Like, I was out in the city from Friday to Monday. So just like, from flights to just being around the city, it was a ton of Jaguars fans everywhere. And I thought like going into the game, initially it wouldn't be that many of them. Um, but just seeing a lot of Jaguars fans kind of changed my opinion on that. But once we got into the stadium, I'm like, okay, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as like road team taking over, it was a good game to go to where it was a bunch of Cardinals fans. Atmosphere to me was great. I mean, I think at this point in the season, like expectations are gone. Obviously, it was a game that we could have won. I didn't even realize during the game that we had so many turnovers. Like, obviously the Walt touchdown, and the Buda Baker interception, which is that's rare. But like I didn't realize we had that many turnovers, and it still was a close game. And so I went there with my boy Josh, who was on the podcast a couple weeks ago, Jaguars fan, and he was stressed out most of the game because obviously he wants his team to make the playoffs, and that game meant a lot more to him than it did to us. But I was just glad that we got a good game, overtime. It didn't look like it was going to be overtime at one point, but found a way to send it to OT, and like always, we lose and we find new ways to lose the game. This time, or we find new ways to lose games. This time, the first team in the last 25 years to lose a game being +4 in the turnover margin. So, I, atmosphere was great. Game was cool from an atmosphere standpoint, but obviously we didn't win. So,
Yep, nothing new right there. Jake, this is your, I want to say, close to fifth time in the stadium this season. Highs, lows, in every game that we've gone through. How was that experience out there with our boy Shad? chilling out there. It looks like you guys had some good seats as well, so definitely look nice.
Yeah, so obviously knew Shad was coming in, and I knew at some point I was going to link up with him, obviously. And to be completely honest, though, I did not want to go to the game. My brother was flying in as well, and I was pretty much fighting him like all week because I like really didn't want to go to the game just because like, dude, just like driving over there and like spending the money on the tickets and then like waiting in traffic to get out if you leave like right after the game. It's just like such a big to do. And like, dude, for me, it's like a principle thing. It's like this team is borderline like disrespectful to the three of us. Like I just feel like the way that they operate, the way that they handle their business, the way that they lie to us, the way that they just don't value their fans whatsoever. It's just so disappointing. So originally my plan was to not go to the game and then link up with Shad, while he was out here in the desert, but not at the game. My brother basically like was forcing it. So my brother came up with the sales pitch to me of he was going to buy the tickets, he was going to buy me beers there, he was going to buy me lunch. So I was like, all right, if you want to do all that, like I'm not asking you to do
Yeah.
that. He was like, nah, I do. Like I want to go. So I was like, all right. And so then I reached out to Shot. I'm like, yo, where are you guys sitting? We'll obviously want to sit with you guys. So we ended up doing that.
Mhm.
And we had, I mean, my brother and I had a great time before the game, watching the early games, fantasy, looking out for all that. And then walked over, met up with Shad and his buddy Josh, who's great dude. Me and my brother both loved him and hanging out with those guys. Obviously, we had a good time. But yeah, I mean, dude, like just speaking on the game, it's like, and I'm not gonna lie, like I definitely got into it at points. Like just having Shad there was obviously super cool, just because I'm telling you, man, I'm typically on an island when I go to the games. Like I don't like it's like my brother, my dad are huge Cardinals fans. You guys are huge Cardinals fans, but like, dude, there's really not like a ton of us that like are like knowing of what's going on. Like a little bit deeper than the surface, and then also just truly passionate fans. So I was getting into it, like looking back at Shaw, jumping up and down, cheering. Like it was fun. Obviously, that Walter Nolan play was sick.
We
Couple.
got we got an iconic photo out of that game too.
Yeah. We got some good photos. So like that was cool, and I was happy after the fact that I had gone. Obviously, great to see Shaw, meet Josh and stuff. But dude, yeah, just another just weird game. I mean, all the turnovers, still can't find a way to win. It's just like it's so dysfunctional, dude. Like I don't even have like a ton of analysis for you. It's just like it's just
Yeah.
bad. Like I've been watching this team religiously, dude, since I was like 9 or 8 years old. I mean, like really when I first was getting into sports, like I remember the Super Bowl well. Like I was literally like 9 or 10 at the time. Um, Obviously 2015, I remember very clearly. Like, so it's like this season truly does feel like that one like Wilkes year with Rosen, where it's just like sucks, dude. It almost feels worse to be honest. I would say
Yeah.
because I'm probably even more invested in the team just as I get older. Like, which I don't even know how it's possible. I feel like I already peaked, but like I just am more and more and more invested just every single year. And it just like what it comes down to this year, I feel like is just like the playoff hopes, and just like the expectations. Like this was the first time we even had any in a long time. And I came across a tweet, I think it was either today or yesterday, some guy talking about when Gannon said, Kyler's gonna have a career year this year. And I started off this pod saying, we're looking at the playoffs here. Kyler's in the MVP race, right? Like this is alternate universe, what we wanted to happen. And I mean, dude, like not to go off on a crazy tangent here, but just from like that start, like Drew Petzing just cut off Kyler's nuts and basically his legs too, and just said, "Yeah, hand the ball off behind a shoddy offensive line, lose all your running backs, keep trying to hand the ball off. Like nothing is getting going, nothing's working." And then literally, bro, like the three of us know for a fact, the second Kyler went down with the injury and we lost another back, the playbook just changed. The entire ideology and plan of the offense is completely changed. And now you got like all these people in the timeline. Like I know Cards fan Joanna like loves to talk up Brissett and put down Kyler. That's like a big agenda that she has. And I'm not even talking shit. It's just something I've noticed. I mean, she's a mutual of mine. Like, we follow each other and
Mhm.
stuff, and I respect her ball knowledge. But it's like it's people like that I'm just like, dude, like, I understand how some people don't like Kyler, right? They don't like his vibe, his attitude. They don't like the way that he plays. They like to harp on his height, and his shortcomings, no pun intended. Um, but it's like, dude, let's not act like Kyler's throwing the ball 60 times a game. And like everyone will talk about, oh, Brissett has made McBride. Like, right. Like, and it's like, dude,
That
no.
bullshit.
He's getting like 15 to 20 targets a game. All we're doing is passing. And like, dude, truthfully, even this past week, like McBride started getting a lot of his touches like when the game was like already kind of over. Like his touchdown to make it 37 or 27 to uh or what
I
was it?
think that was the one to make it 20-17, right?
20 to
What did we lose?
17. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
no more points were
yeah, that was
scored
a
in the
touchdown to make
game.
it 2017, right?
Like it's like I don't know, dude. I feel like a lot of these games, and dude, I think McBride is a freak. Me and Corey were just talking about it off air, but it's like, dude, Brissett, he just drops back. I'll give him credit. He can stand in the pocket. He can take a hit. He welcomes it. He plays his ass off, and he can throw the football. But like, dude, it's like to me, and people love to rag on Kyler of like not having a football mind. And like, for me, I feel like that's how I feel about Jacoby. Like he's a
Mhm.
bright guy clearly, but like when it comes to like strategic thinking on the football field, like maybe it's the speed, but I feel like he doesn't really make great decisions. Like the pick that he had early in the game last week, like we drove down the field. I was on the over, so I was like, great, like this has been a slow start, but like let's go put up points. And then he throws an awful pass, like a lot of traffic, and it was fully behind Wilson. It was just like basically right to the DB, and it's just or to the safety, and it's just like I don't know, man. It's super frustrating. Like
Yeah.
I just very frustrated with the whole thing. But real quick, last point. Back to the game. I was at the Niners game, and then this past week, or 2 weeks ago, we were at the Jags game. Dude, I can say like the atmosphere of the Jags game was much better. It felt like a typical kind of Cardinals game where it's like just the vibe was kind of easy. Like there was really no like hostility from either side. It was kind of just almost felt like preseason-y in a sense. I don't know, Shot, if you felt the same. Like that Niners game though, dude, it was like no Cardinals fans.
Mhm.
It was the loudest stadium I've ever heard in my life, dude. Like it was like hurting my ears when the Niners would make like good plays. Like that's how loud it was. And like the Jags obviously don't have as strong of a fan base. They're on the opposite side of the country, so it's totally different as far as like proximity to getting there. But it was a much more pleasurable experience, even though the team lost, which I was kind of hoping for anyways. But yeah, it was definitely like a lot better, and it kind of just felt more like a typical Cardinals game. Like, oh, I lost a close one. Whereas that Niners game, man, was like depressing to be at. Like that was tough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you said, you made the point that I've been, harping on all season, which is the fact that things have changed. Things have clearly changed when it comes to philosophy of an offense. And if people don't want to see that, I'm not arguing with anybody about it anymore. I'm over it. Like, I don't give a fuck about Jacoby Brissett. I don't give a shit about Kyler Murray. I give a shit about anybody that doesn't want to use context when, describing a situation. And again, these fantasy people, because again, when your team stinks and your team has no narrative about them when it comes to non-fantasy things, when it just comes to the team in general, all they look at is what happens. What can you give me? What can you give me? Well, the Cardinals, you're a fantasy team. Now we start looking at fantasy numbers. And I mean, I had my little tangent in the one guy's thing, and so it took off a little bit today. And it's just like, look at the highlight reel that he's displaying for why Trey McBride's having a lot of success. He got he was wide open against the Packers in that one touchdown. Well, excuse me, both of his touchdowns against the Packers, he was wide the fuck open. A lot of his touchdowns, he's in wide the fuck open. Last time I remember, Kyler Murray threw him a touchdown in Week 3 at San Francisco, so that also happened. Like Trey McBride, maybe he just got fucking better this season. Maybe they cared to prioritize him in the end zone. Does anybody think that could also be the context of why he's having a good season? But us on top of that, when Kyler Murray first said this, and this was the most not alarming thing to me, but when he first said this, and I understood completely what he meant when he said this. when he mentioned Marvin Harrison Jr. the first game against Buffalo, and he said, I'm not. It's not my job to get him the ball, right? He said, and everybody made a huge tangent about this, saying, "Well, you're the quarterback. It is your job." Every game that we've watched since then, I know exactly what he means by that. When I say
Yeah.
the coordinator says this is where the ball is going to be thrown. If it can't be thrown there, either get rid of it, check it down, or run away. Like you can see that evidently, and the reason I can see that is because Michael Wilson is coming off 2 games before last game of having 15 catches, then having 10 catches, then he goes to 7 targets and ends up having 3 catches in the next game because Marvin Harrison Jr. came back. So because Marvin Harrison Jr. came back, he had to be force-fed targets the same way that Michael Wilson was force-fed targets, the same way Trey McBride is force-fed targets. Like when this offense is not progression-based. It's not this guy, this guy, this guy. Regardless of what you think
Such
about
a
it,
good point you're making right
it's
now.
not. It's none of that. So again, Jacoby Brissett is not elevating any of these players. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like he's not. Michael Wilson was doing the shit when we had Josh Dobbs. But again, these fantasy people don't realize that. These fantasy people don't
Yeah.
recognize that because they act like they know all best because of numbers and fantasy and all this other shit. Like Michael Wilson was a dog in 2023 when he had when Josh Dobbs, and even when Kyler Murray came back, he was also a dog. But the fact of the matter is that this offensive staff, this coordinator, they don't do anything positive when it comes to the passing game. And so you're talking about, I mean, I was watching the stream, last stream that y'all had before the Jags game, and I saw Dana in the comments. She's talking about since week 6, they're 60% plus in 11 personnel, a formation that Kyler Murray would be able to thrive in. Like this is like
It's
it's
ass
so much.
backwards, bro.
It's a lot of context that is needed when you're talking about why certain people are getting certain things. The scheme is the same. Yes, we understand that. The philosophy and the attempts, those are massively different. They were holding Kyler Murray to about 23 attempts per game. Jacoby Brissett is averaging damn near 35 attempts a fucking game. He should have more yards. They should have more points. But then hilariously enough, they don't have more points. That's the most hilarious calamity about it all is that they don't score more points. Kyler Murray is still scoring more points in the first half, and a ton of Jacoby Brissett's yardage and totals and touchdowns have come when we're losing by double fucking digits. Like, wake up,
Yep.
people. I'm so sick and tired of this narrative that is getting driven about Kyler Murray. And again, he will thrive elsewhere. If he's gone, if he really is gone, he will 1,000% thrive elsewhere. And we all know this. And it has nothing to do with who he is as a player, who he is as a person. This has everything to do with this coordinator is not good. This offense is not good. We've been saying that shit for 2 years now. And now all of a sudden people want to put it to the fire. Now all of a sudden, everything he's saying is a calamity. And again, I'm not even going to get into Petzing and the things that he says in press conferences because they're all lies. He has a job for the next 5 weeks, people. After the next 5 weeks, he's done. I can promise you that.
Because
if he's not done, every fan is done. I can promise you that 1,000%. And so obviously, it just comes down to a situation of in reference to the Jags game. They don't ever do enough. They don't do the smart things enough. They don't capitalize on opportunities enough. That's how you end up losing all these games. Even the Tampa Bay game, they don't capitalize on opportunities enough. You got the other team saying, "Oh, look at what they're doing. Oh, we're ready for that." You should. Why are they ready for that? Sean McVay offenses the defense are never ready for what they could possibly be doing. Kyle Shanahan, their defenses are never the defenses they go against are never ready for what they're doing. Even the guys in Seattle, for the most part, the defenses they go against now are not, they don't know what they're doing. So overall, like speaking specifically on the Jazz game, it comes down to the point of yes, they have success here and there when it comes to offense, but it comes down to more of the great example, the 4th and 4 in overtime. The shot was there. This, that. It may be there. How about we get a fucking first down first? Y'all haven't capitalized on any deep balls for most of the season. Why are you doing that? Why are you even trying that? Because you're trying to win a game? Really? No, let's go get a first down first, and then we can figure out how to win the fucking game. Like it's concepts, it's prioritizations, it's details. All those little things are missing with this offensive staff. And until that is changed, this football team is in a doomed spot, regardless of who they grab. So, Shad, go ahead, Shad. I know you.
No,
You got
no, no.
something.
I mean, bro, you just made a lot of good points, bro. Like a lot of good
Yeah.
points. And honestly, Bro, I've been so checked out on the team, bro, from just like a like analyzing standpoint, bro. Like I just, man, I just like Jake, I heard you say earlier, like you have your four screens up, your four games up, and you just you just vibe out. That's just kind of how I've been on, man. So like in terms of like really diving into the Tampa game, bro, it went like how every game has gone for the most part. Like the defense plays
Yeah,
well, offense just doesn't do enough.
yeah,
And I guess like when it comes to, I've been saying the same thing. Like, bro, the coaches got to go. Like when it comes to
yeah,
like actual change, like actually something happening, the coaches got to go. And I'm starting to lose faith that JG is gonna be up out of here. Um, because that's just what everybody's saying. But it's just like it doesn't make any sense to me, man.
yeah.
It doesn't make
I
any
don't.
sense to me.
I was gonna say I don't see how you sell a ticket next year. And Jake, like you may still go to the game next year. I don't see how you sell a ticket if you don't win another game the rest of the season. Who's gonna buy a ticket for
Yeah,
this team? Like seriously.
Dude, that's the
And then
thing.
and then you choose to bring back the same coach. Who is gonna buy a fucking ticket for this team, regardless of who they get at the quarterback position? Because regardless of a rookie or not, and if JG's the head coach, we know how conservative he is. Is he gonna let a rookie
hmm
beat out Jacoby Brissett for the starting job in week 1? If Jacoby Brissett's still here and the rookie's here? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're going to think that Jacoby Brissett gives them the best chance to win. So they're going to play just Brissett. And then it's going to look very eerily similar to 2018 when we drafted a quarterback, had Sam Bradford on the deal that we still had to go through the slog of him for the first 2-3 weeks of the season, realizing he wasn't it. And then go ahead, rookie, go ahead, figure it out. And then
Right.
the rookie
yeah,
never pans out,
and
and now we're in a reset cycle. Like,
and
but
it's like if you are replacing Petsing, right? Like, why are you giving the next coordinator reset or a rookie quarterback? Because if JG comes out, and I've been saying this, like you might as well rip the band-aid off now, because if JG comes out and goes 1-5 or 1-6, like the Titans head coach with the rookie quarterback, he's gone anyways. He's
mhm,
up out of there anyways. And now you bring in somebody else who is like, okay, now you're handicapped to this quarterback or whoever. Like,
mhm.
you just wasted a season. So I don't.
Because guess what? You play Denver, Kansas City, Los Angeles Chargers, your entire division, who's dominating, all have 9 wins,
Yeah.
and we're in week
Uh
13.
huh.
You play the NFC
hmm
East, which means, yeah, you beat the Cowboys this year. You ain't beating them again next year. I'm going to just be real with you. You're not beating Philly. The Commanders are healthy. You're probably not beating them. The Giants, what if this O-line don't change? They're going to maul
Yeah.
us. Like,
Yeah.
like I just counted fucking almost fucking 13 losses again.
I
Like,
mean, and
like there's a
and
strong
and
possibility to go 2-15 next year.
I'm tired of people saying like, "Oh, well, we'll just rebuild," right? Like,
What
there's
does that
like
even mean at this
we're not
point?
we're and you're not even forced to rebuild, right? Like, and I don't like the rebuild term, because teams can go literally from worst to first every single year, right?
Every
So
year.
like
Patriots,
Patriots, Jaguars,
The
Bears, like
Bears.
those
Bears,
are three teams right now this year that have gone from 4 to
Colts.
5. Colts, I don't know how many wins the Colts had last year, but I know those teams that we just said had 4 to 5 wins last year, and now
Mhm.
they're either division winners or they're making the playoffs, right? So
And they
like
all
it,
had new coaches.
yeah, and they all have new coaches, right? But they also all have quarterbacks who have been. I guess Drake May is his second year, but like Daniel Jones has been around the block, and obviously Trevor Lawrence has been around the block. Like
Mhm.
I just personally, I just feel like if Bidwill allows Jonathan Gannon another year to figure it out or whatever, like he's just wasting time. You're just
Yeah.
wasting all of our time. I I saw I think Johnny Venerable had a tweet during the game against Tampa, and he was like, "Here's the coaching staff again, just wasting time again," or something like we're wasting time again, because it's terrible clock management at the end of the first half, I believe.
Mhm.
And I retweeted it, and I was just like, "This is gonna be coaches. This is going to be fans. This is going to be media. This is going to be players. This is going to be everybody that's a part of this organization next year. If there's not a change made from a coaching standpoint, we're just going to be wasting our time. We're going to be wasting
Mm,
our time for another year, wasting our money for another year. And the players, I mean, they're going to be putting they bodies on the line for nothing. Like because you're not going to be competing for anything if you don't make any changes.
mhm.
So
I think the only
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the only way that it can be salvageable with JG is, dude, like the thing is, we might be forced to deal with this anyways. Like, if JG is gonna stay, you have to at the very least get rid of Petzing and Jeff Rogers because the whole thing, dude, feels like spoiled goods right now. Like, I look at this team and I'm like, the way that they've lost games, like I just don't have any confidence that it's at the point where it's like you gotta trim the fat. Like get you at the very least, dude, Petzing and Jeff Rogers gone because they're perennial losers.
Yeah.
Like they're in that locker room allowing these fucking god awful losses. So you have to
When
get rid of them. You still believe in Rallis, that's fine. Like
yeah.
I'm not out on him. I think he's had a tough job this year, a lot of injuries. I mean Josh Sweat, dude, is right up there, like Pro Bowl guy this year. He's got 11 sacks. Calais Campbell, you're gonna lose, unfortunately, but he's got 5.5 sacks. He's been a huge playmaker.
He hasn't
Um,
done shit in the last X amount of games, though. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
no, he
Yeah.
hasn't done
No,
shit
he
lately,
hasn't.
but he's 40 years old, so we
I was gonna
can't.
say you can't expect it much.
You
He was
can't.
supposed to
Yeah,
play spotty, but he has
right.
to
You
play all
can't.
the
Yeah.
time because we have nobody out there.
You can't rely on a guy like that to like be doing it every single week. So yeah, if you believe in Rallis, then okay, you keep JG and Rallis because you don't want to pay another guy that's not affiliated with the team. Okay, so you do
Mhm.
that, but then you have to go out and you have to get a legitimate offensive coordinator. Like, dude, it's so true. Like, I really do feel like it's like okay, certain teams script like 10 plays to start the game. I feel like we script the entire game. Like, it's even shown, dude. Like on these like late game, gotta have it. Like, oh yeah, fuck it. Xavier Weaver's down there somewhere. Like, what is that, dude? How is that? How is that the best option to go like win a game? Like a jump ball and double coverage to Xavier Weaver. Like, it's like I don't know, bro. Something's got to change with that shit. But yeah,
Mhm.
if we run this back, exactly how it is, coaching staff was, it's going to be very difficult for this podcast to get excited whatsoever. Going
Mhm.
into
I
next
mean,
year.
I wouldn't
and
show
I
up for a game.
challenge. Yeah, no, I would go to a road game, but
I don't
make
even
the
think I
trip to
would go to a
Phoenix. I don't
game.
know,
I don't think I
but
would go to a game.
Yeah,
I mean, I was telling all my friends, I was like, look, I'm a DGen Cardinals fan, so like, it's just some things I'm gonna do, and go to one game. I'm gonna do that every year. So
Mhm.
like,
No,
but
I
I
mean, I
challenge.
think the Commanders game is. I gotta see what that Commanders game is if we'll be at. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I challenge like any fan to like tell me why they trust Jonathan Gannon to select a quarterback, to select another offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Um, because I mean, he selected Petzing and he's hitched his wagon to him for the last like 3, 4 years. A good coach, a good rookie coach, let's just say rookie coach, like the dude in Seattle can recognize, hey, we hired this offensive coordinator. He was okay, but he wasn't good enough. Let's go get another one. Let's go get a better one. JG has not done that at all. You know, he looks at his staff like, or he puts his faith in his staff. And I mean, there's some people in the media that they'll tell you that, oh, well, you think Jonathan Gannon doesn't know that Drew Petzing is like is uh is not doing a good job. Well, no, I don't think that. I don't think that
Yeah.
he's lying to us about that. I feel like he tells us that in the media, or he tells us that every week that he backs his guys. And so I challenge a fan of the team, any fan of the team, to tell me why they feel like he's fit to select the next offensive coordinator. Like I mean, I don't think he is. And who are we gonna get? Who are you gonna convince to come over here as an OC and be like, oh yeah, we got Jacoby Brissett for you?
right.
That's
Yeah,
literally
no,
that
no,
was
I'm
yeah.
not hitching my wagon to. I'm not hitching my wagon to that. And everybody that thinks Jacoby Brissett is better for this team, or a better fit for the offense, it's because this is Drew Petzing's
Because
offense.
his offense is trash, bro. What the
Like,
fuck? What do people what more ways do we have to show it and spell it out to you people for some of you all to realize this offense is not NFL caliber enough? Who gives a fuck who's running it or not? I don't give a fuck who's running it. This offense, like, and
It
Shaw, like you
sucks,
said, you made
dude.
a great point. Like, what are we talking about? Who is he? Didn't even have the reconnaissance to realize the better coach left. The better coach left his staff, and now that team is having a lot more success than the team that you
yes.
have, and you didn't realize that. You know the shout out Theo, however you say his name, Mackey, literally putting a full court press on JG, and then he had the nerve today to sit there and say, "What regression with the offensive line." We all see the fucking regression. Oh my goodness. That was
Dude,
that was probably that
he
was
even
the
he
most
even pulled out
frustrating
the
thing.
facts, bro.
That was the
Statistically,
most
it's a big regression.
frustrating thing. That was
Like,
the most frustrating thing I've ever seen him do, regardless of what he's done on the sideline, whatever else he said, whatever Drew Petzing has said. The fact that you don't think that this offensive line is regressing when a quarterback is getting sacked in less than 2 seconds? Are you kidding me? You
nah,
can't even
dude.
run the ball, but you can't run. You have less than 5 yards per carry while running the football this year. Excuse me, less than 4 yards per carry running the football this year. You think that your offensive line didn't regress? It has nothing to do with
And
injuries. Bam Knight is a solid running back. DeMercado, for what it's worth, is seemingly most of the sometimes a solid running back. Like,
Good
come
pass
on. Like,
protected.
don't Michael Carter, a solid running back. You telling me that you don't see no what regression, huh? Oh, now I'm gonna give you a long-winded answer on why you may be right, but I'm gonna make it sound like you're not right, and I'm gonna make it sound like we've looked at that thing. Like, and like you said, Shad, what offensive coordinator is
yeah,
gonna want to hitch this wagon to this shit? None of them. Not any good ones.
nobody.
And like
You're
I
gonna
don't
get
want Kevin
fired.
Stefanski. He just got fired from a bad team. I don't want him. Why would I want a coach that just got fired from a bad team? Why would I want that? Brian Dable has no interest in doing this because Jacoby Brissett is not Josh Allen. He does not have any type of chance when it comes to success around here. But again, the only hold on these people that they have is that there may be some job security. But if JG is fired after this year, you don't have any job security anymore. Like it's up in
Exactly.
the air at that point. And like you said, why would I trust him to draft a quarterback? He can't even realize what his own quarterback can do talent wise. He's putting his own quarterback into a box and saying play this way. Like it's regardless of what Drew Petzing can do, Jonathan Gannon is the overseer. He is the end all be all, as he said. He told us
I mean,
that if problems with the offense, blame him. So I'm gonna continue to blame you. And I don't trust you to do anything. So yeah.
Dude,
so let me
also
like
too.
question. Oh no, I was just about to say real quick, what? How do y'all think Monty's looking at this whole situation? Because these are obviously his draft picks, his guys that he's put out here, um, and obviously like he's the general manager. He's hitched his wagon to JG and company too. Like, I mean, how do you think he feels? Like, I would feel like he should feel like us, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I
Like, I
don't
mean,
think I don't think
we
he I
don't
don't
hear
think
him
he feels
talk.
like us. I don't think he feels like us. I think
I
he thinks
think
that
I
it's a
think
bunch of injuries.
Monty. I feel like Monty's still too new as like a true GM because like he's been in the league for a very long time, and he's always been in like assistant type roles. So I think like at least for me, I'm giving Monty Austin for a decent bit of grace right now because dude, if you look at the team, like I mean, dude, you're lying to yourself if you don't think that Bidwell's not handicapping like what Monty can do to a degree. Like we had a shit ton of space this year, and we didn't even come close to fully using it like the Patriots did. Um, I think given the circumstances, like all the GM can really do is, I mean, obviously he's involved in the hiring of the coaches, but like at the end of the day, dude, he's drafting players. He brought in Josh Sweat, who is a stud Pro
Yeah,
Bowler, top 5 in sacks this year. Brought in Calais Campbell, took the chance on the old guy that really was popping off the beginning of the year and probably still would be, dude. Like, to be honest, if we were relevant in the slightest, like, if I'm him now, it's like, yeah, you're going to play. Like, it's probably your last year, but like, you're not killing yourself out there anymore for a 3-9 team, soon to be 3-10.
Mhm.
So for me, like with Monty, it's like, I think he's still so new as like a true GM that it's like, honestly, like I feel like he did a good job from the offseason to this year. Like quite frankly, I think he did a good job. Like the guys that he's like brought in. I do think Brissett was honestly like quite a good signing for like to be a legit backup. But then it's like, and real quick to go back, like JG just 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever the fuck it was, talking about when Kyler's healthy, he's coming back. And then, bro, literally like a day or two later, some shit gets spun in the media. And then JG all of a sudden clams up and he's like, oh no, he's hurt. And then like 10 days after that, he goes on IR. It's like, dude, JG for me, like, and I was a big fan of his, dude. JG is like really reached, in my opinion, in my personal category. He's a chump. Like he's reached chump territory. He just doesn't really. I don't think he's that bright, even though he thinks he's extremely smart. I just think he's kind of a phony. I think he's in over his head. I think he's untruthful. I think he's very standoffish, like with the media. Like he plays this weird game, and they're like asking him like legit like the Theo Mackey thing that you're talking about, where he like was like, oh no, that's not true. And then Theo Mackey literally is like, well, here's the data, bro. I went to Michigan. Here's the fucking data. Like the O line, he put up the legit math, dude. Like it is clearly regressed.
I
Factually.
gotta see that clip, by the way.
No opinion, bro. Like it is a fucking fact. So don't sit up there as a 3 and soon to be 10 team and give me this fucking bullshit, dude. And JG's gotten like testier with the pressers, and it's like, dude, you got to be like kissing ass right now. Like you need to be like reassuring the media, the fans that like this is unacceptable. We're gonna turn around, but he continues to sit there and act like this fucking analysis guy that's like, oh, like, no, like I'm constantly thinking about like X, Y, and Z. And like it's like, dude, you're literally like listening to this guy like spin this web of lies that it's like dude, it's almost like he wants you to feel like this is like his like plan. Like it's like, oh, it's like you ask him point blank, like, why is the team so bad? And he's like, no, like
We're not
we
bad.
don't like we know how to compete. Like we're just trying to figure out how to win. And it's like, buddy, it's year 3. Like what the fuck kind of answer
that
is
wasn't what
that,
they
bro?
were saying when they went on a 4-game win streak last year. I thought they figured it all out at that point. That's what he was saying.
Dude,
on, bro. I'm not hearing that
no,
bullshit,
exactly.
bro.
It's like, dude, he's up there just saying things, dude, at this point. And it's like, dude, I would honestly have more respect for him if he had a little bit more of like a Dable in him, or like Mike Tomlin, like where he could just come out and say like we suck.
Authentic.
Like
just be authentic.
you know what I'm saying, bro? Like just admit,
Yeah.
like I'm very disappointed. Like this is embarrassing. Like
I
how about
don't
some
like-
sort of self-shame, like even a little bit. But he just stands up there with his nose pointed high and he's like, oh no, like this is we're right on schedule. Like this is going exactly to plan. Like I know more than you. I'm smarter than you. You're seeing something different on the field. It's actually much better than it looks like. Like, bro, no, we're 3 and 10. We suck. Our win total was fucking 8.5 by Vegas, bro. Vegas never misses like that. They'll like randomly have like a couple years ago, Texans slated 6.5 wins and they end up going to the divisional game. But like it's usually never the opposite way around unless the quarterback, the franchise quarterback, goes out with an ACL or something like that. And dude, what happened? We're 2 and 3 and they benched Kyler Murray. And now we've won 1 game since. Like, dude, it's crazy. Like I can't even hear this shit. It's and
his
honestly,
nose
dude,
might be bigger than mine, but I can sniff out that bullshit on my own.
Dude,
you can't do that to me, bro. I notice it as well. The coyness, the arrogance of his press conferences, his inability to be honest with us when it comes to injuries, and we haven't even talked about Trey Benson. I think we were just mentioning off air, Jake. Like last time when he got hurt, they literally said it was 4 to 6 weeks. He's approaching week 10, and he has yet to even barely has practiced in the full capacity.
And what's the
because JG lies, bro. He covers up injuries. It's like, dude,
I just want to
be
know.
truthful.
I just want to know what we know he got a procedure on his knee, but it's not just a knee. What happened to his knee? So we can know. So that way, it's not a confusion point to why he's struggling to come back. It's like, come on, like just like Ojulari was taking
what's the advantage?
Yeah, exactly.
We're eliminated. There's nothing to gain.
Ojulari was taking a shit ton of heat. because people thought he just had no desire and no ability to come back, and he is unhealthy. Turns out his fucking knee was shattered in pieces, and we didn't even know that because it was just a knee. Like it's like, bro, like you don't deserve to be talking the way you talk. You don't deserve to be doing anything. And I haven't like it's more frustrating for me personally. I had so much, and I know y'all had it too. I had so much faith in this person to change shit around for us. I thought that like my faith going into this season and the coaching staff was at least a 9 out of 10. The 1% gone was the Drew Pets thing wasn't good, but they sold us all off season about how much better he's going to get, how dynamic this is going to look, and it came out and it was the same exact shit we saw. You can't keep selling me this bullshit and expect me to eat it up. I don't want it. It's trash. He's not a good coordinator. You're not a real authentic coach. And until that authentism or whatever the fuck the word is, I can't even think of it right now. Like you can't
authenticity.
Yeah, exactly. You can't sell me on nothing that you're saying. So you can move out of my face. I'm not coming up to any game in the stadium anymore until you're gone. Until you make a real change. Until you start saying some shit that makes sense for everybody when it comes to this fan base. We just want realism. We don't. We realize the record now. But I guarantee you, if I go to Dan Quinn, and you're going to see this. I don't know if y'all are watching Hard Knocks. Whoever's listening or YouTube fellas. The Hard Knocks that's going to be out the next week. You're going to see how real Dan Quinn is. And you're already seeing it right now. They only have 3 wins. They're going through a tough time in injuries. But you can still see, you can understand how real he is as a coach and as a player and admitting to what the situation is that we're in right now. And Shaw, we'll bring it up real quick because it went viral for you. The fact that your players do not know that they're playing for their playoff lives, regardless of where your team is at, speaks to what is important to you in a week-to-week, detail-to-detail game plan or detail-to-detail game or game set game planning for the week. You don't that would be my first message in the team meeting on Monday or Tuesday, whenever they get ready for the game, fellas. And then you got Cam Cox under responding to you saying they're not children, this that. They don't have to be fucking children for you to sit there and say they don't have to be children for you to sit there and say, guys, I know the season's been tough. I know we've gone through ups and downs, had a lot of injuries, a lot of battling. But guess what? We lose another game, you're officially done. You can kiss it goodbye fully. That's letting them know that every game is important for the rest of the fucking season, regardless of what they got going on. It's not treating them like children. It's saying be a grown man, show up to work every fucking day like you need to be doing, and perform like every game is your last. Because for some of you people, and actually this funny enough, because when I was watching the picture franchise shit from Stock Exchange with Trey and Connor, a lot of these guys on the roster are going to be here next year. I think we have 50 plus players signed into next year. That's damn near the full roster. So you're basically going to be coming in with 30 something guys that are going to end up getting cut because they got added to the training camp roster, and then you got your 50 something guys that are already going to be on the roster. So like this is the team. These are the guys. And if we come back with the same coaching staff and we're dealing with the same bullshit, we're on another hill of impossible
wasting time. We're wasting time.
And people doubted us this year. How many wins do you think people are going to release Jippers for next year? Our over under based on the teams that we're playing, it's going to be 4. If we come back with the same thing over again, it's going to be it's going to be probably 4.5, 5.5, and that's going to be
less than 5.5.
It's a damn shame.
I got a question for you guys. All right, let's say we keep Gannon, we fire Petzing, we fire Jeff Rogers, right? We bring in some new guys, and then next year, obviously, like you just said, we're running back like a pretty similar roster. But let's just say, I mean, this is a huge hypothetical because like no one has any idea what's going to happen at quarterback. I mean, PHNX is force feeding us all these narratives that you have to believe, otherwise you're gonna get sniped. But it seems as if they're moving off of Kyler. So, okay, let's say they do that. They go draft one of these kids, Simpson, Mendoza, Dante, one of these guys. We somehow go and win 10 games next year. It looks better. The offense is totally different because we've gotten rid of Petzing. At that point, right, and I know this is a crazy hypothetical, but at that point, if we do that and it feels the vibe has changed and everything's different, and Shaw, this is mostly to you, I guess to both of you, I know you're both out on him. Do you have a different look now of JG? Is your confidence reinstilled? Shad, could you get back to being a fan of his if they were to do that? Or are you fully out on him? You don't think that's would ever happen in a million years, and even if it did, you still wouldn't be sold.
I mean, I don't think it would happen, but of course, if he came back and won 10 games with a rookie quarterback, like, and we went to the playoffs, yeah, cool. Like, I'm back in on him, you know. But
Okay.
like, but I don't think that I don't think that's gonna happen. And then two, before we stray off too far, I did want to clarify, like when I tweeted that about like the coaching, like not letting the players know that it was a playoff elimination game. Obviously, we're going into the game, we're 3-8, right? So obviously the odds of making the playoffs was slim to none. But
Maybe
in
1%.
press conference, yeah, maybe. But in press conferences leading up to that point, I don't know, like week 6, week 7, just leading up into that point, the thing that was sold to us is, oh well, we're gonna get on track. Like our goals are still ahead of us. Like we still have our goals within reach, right? And if you're saying that in the press conferences to the media, why aren't you reiterating that to your players? Because for Marv to not know, or just in general, like, maybe, I mean, I don't know if it's just Marv, but I'm assuming that if Marv didn't know, majority of the team didn't know. So for them to not know that means that you're just, again, feeding us lies in the press conference. You're telling us this, but you're not reiterating it. You're not doing your job as a coach. So that's
Totally
really what
agree.
I meant by that. That's really what I meant by tweeting that. And I don't know how that blew up to like how it blew up, because
Because it's 100%
half of the
facts.
people
That's
that,
why it blew up. Everybody knows this is
yeah,
the real shit that's happening right now. They bullshitting,
yeah, yeah.
and it's
But
coming to a point of no return. Jake, to answer your question, no, no, I have no faith anymore. He's done, bro. He saw me up a river with this bullshit over and over again. Like you can't keep lying to me as a fan and expect me to believe it when there's no results that have been positive in any aspect. You had your 2 years of grace period, and like Albright came out there and was talking about, you guys are in the winning small period, losing. What are you talking about? We were 2 wins away from winning a division last year. Like what are you even saying? No, we're not in no lose small aspect. This team was supposed to take a leap this year, and
yeah,
whatever the leap looks like, it was supposed to be that. And even if it was just winning 10 games and maybe not making the playoffs, that was a leap. This is a ginormous fall down from what we were expecting as a fan base. Like my co-host just said, we were projected for 8.5 wins. We have 3. Like what? Like you cannot tell me that this team is in any better aspect than what it was beforehand or after the fact. So no, I don't have any faith in him because he's a known liar. He's known to lie. He's known to give us bullshit as fans. And again, I don't care that I've never been in the NFL. I don't care that you put in your time as a coach. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You are lying straight up to my face. You're lying. We can see through the bullshit. And then when you go out there, and again, this may be silly, and I've said this before on here. It may not matter to some of y'all. Why can't we see anything that happens with him in the locker room with the football team? That means something. That does mean something, regardless of how y'all feel. We're getting fucking coaches taking their goddamn shirts off in the post game locker room celebrating their win. We have never seen, and we have never seen a post game locker room speech from JG unless it was forced by ESPN and Monday Night Football crew. Like they literally forced him to say something to the team at the end of the game. Like we don't get anything from these people when it comes to the aspect of what the football operations and what the inside the locker room kind of feel. So you have players that have whole press conferences and they have these slight and slick remarks. And so because we don't actually get a feel or vibe around them as a teammates and players, people run with whatever they want to run with when it comes to those narratives. So again,
a fact.
Jonathan Gannon has sold us a river of hope. And the hopium was good for the first year. We understood the situation that he was in. The hopium was good for the second year. We understood that they were competing very well, but they just couldn't find some ways to finish games. That was understood. This was the year to find ways to finish games, and you've now gone backwards. You now know how to compete, but you don't know how to win. You knew how to win 8 games last year.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
6 or 7 of those games were very important games. You knew how to win, but you don't know how to win now.
How do you forget?
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
You're
no,
giving me bullshit. You're giving me bullshit and expecting me to eat it up, and I don't want it anymore. It's a plate of bullshit. So,
dude, it's so sad, bro. We were
back.
the last 2 years, bro. We were such a scrappy team. Like the way the media talked about us, like this is a team that's not winning a ton of games, but like they literally kick your teeth in, and like teams are like nervous to play them. And now it's like we're a legit cuck. Like the team is like so like it's a cuck, dude.
They get
It's
bent
like
over and slapped around every. And again, you got Baker Mayfield at the end of the game. You know, their defensive coordinator. This guy. You know, he really made me work, bro. He made you do your job, bro. Come on, like people make me do my job when I check in, when I clock into work.
Dude,
like, what are you talking about?
I'm be honest too, bro. Baker has regressed so much in my opinion in the last like 5 weeks, bro. Like,
yeah,
dude,
that was a good job, buddy. You know, you almost got it.
That was a good job.
I was about to when somebody put that out there, I was about to quote it like he's doing the same shit I did to my little cousin when I told him good job. You know, you kind of defended me in my Turkey Bowl game, even though I had 3 fucking touchdowns. You kind of defended me a little bit, but not really. Good job though. You know, salute to you. Like, come on, bro. We get bitched by anybody when it comes to anything right now, and it's like. I'm sitting here watching this dude. He literally almost looked like he had his fucking shoulder torn off the week before. He's stepping up in the pocket, scrambling, taking dudes on one-on-one. I'm like, bro, really? Like
we're soft, bro.
It's a manner of your football team. Your football team reflects your head coach. He may be a great guy.
Yeah.
Something to bring up.
And
real quick. I feel like the team has lost a lot of juice, dude, since Mac Wilson went down. I just want to put that out there, bro. I feel like that guy is a true captain. In the modern day league where the captains are really not as big as like a deal as they used to be, I feel like Mac Wilson is a true fucking hard-nosed captain. And I did just think of that, dude. I feel like the vibe on the defense even has been so just like vanilla. And I know you guys brought this up via our text group a couple days ago. Buda Baker, man, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what that contract's looking like right now, but Buda, Jalen Thompson, like, I don't know, bro. We might need some fresh blood because if we're hitting the reset button, bro, like we can get like something. I mean, you might want to start looking at like some sort of package there. Because, dude, right now it's like how do we have a guy like Josh Sweat? I mean, I guess it's possible, right? Like the Browns, they got Myles Garrett, they stink. But like when you have players like, dude, it's crazy too, bro, because, like, if you put Josh Sweat and Calais Campbell on last year's team, we'd probably win, like, 10 games. Like, I'm dead serious. We might even, like, win a playoff game because we were somehow last year, like, a couple defensive pieces away from being, like, a legit team. So where the fuck did it all go wrong, bro? Like, what happened, dude? Like, it's, like, insane when you just back up a little bit, bro, and take a little bit more of a bird's eye view. It's like, how the hell did we get here, bro? We lost to the fucking Titans at home. Like, dude, like literally, that is going to be their only win of the year. They're not going to win another game. Like, they should have been an 0-17 team. So, like, and I tweeted that, I think last night too. Like, someone was talking about, oh, I knew the season was over and blah, blah. I said, I know the season was over when I'm standing there looking at this team after they just blew it to the Titans at home. Like, yeah, I mean, dude, like if that doesn't scream incompetence and like no faith in anyone running this operation right now, like I don't know what else does. And like, dude, Michael Bidwell, fucking suck it up, dude. Like, fire JG. Like, if we go 3-14, bro, like I don't give a shit about paying Cliff. I don't give a shit about paying Kime. I don't give a shit about paying Gannon. Go get Mike Tomlin, bro. If that dude hits the open water, if we sign Mike Tomlin, bro, like, or if we bring him in as our head coach, if he gets fired and we go 3-14, and we bring that dude in, I might even like start a parade on my own. Like I would kill for that, bro, because I have faith in that man. I have no faith in JG. I have no faith in Petzing. Rallis, I feel like, is too young to really have even that much of an opinion on at this point for me. Like, I think he's been solid still. And Monty, dude, like I said before, I think Monty has done his job in terms of like he's hit on draft picks, he's brought in good players, like so I'm not pointing the finger at him just yet, but like, dude, JG, what the fuck happened? And still, dude, not to beat a dead horse, but one more time before we go in another direction here. I don't know how he can keep sitting up there in these press conferences so lackadaisical, bro. Like he doesn't give a shit. It's like, dude, if I was the head coach, I would be sitting up there and I would say, dude, like, we suck. Like this is embarrassing. Like we had a lot of high hopes and this sucks. And we're gonna finish the season as strong as we can, and we're gonna go to work all off season, dude, to figure this out because this is unacceptable. And he hasn't said anything like that. He just talks about, oh, we got the right minds in the building, and like I have full faith in all these minds. Like, bro, I have full faith that you fucking suck and don't know what you're doing, like at all.
Yep.
Like, no idea what's going on. It's dude, seriously, it's like borderline offensive. I'm dead serious. Like, I can't waste my time and energy, bro, supporting this. Like, we're gonna go next year and not change many things. Like, oh, run it back, and they feed us a bill of goods as to why they decided to keep Petsing too. I'm literally gonna freak, bro. Like, I'll start sending letters to the facility. I'll show up there with a picket sign and literally just stand outside of the stadium and talk about how disgusted I am. Like, this is disrespectful, bro. It's week going into week 14, dude, and you got the New England Patriots at 11-2. Like, people, I mean, my friends talking about going to the Super Bowl, bro, and what happened here? Like, we this was supposed to be us, dude, with a chance of like having a bunch. Like, dude, we went through the schedule, all of us talking about, oh yeah, at this point we should be what is it, 9-3? Oh, guess what, dude? The rest of the division is 9-3, 9-3, 9-4, and we're fucking 3-9. Like, it's very, very dark right now, dude. It's very dark. And honestly, I've bottled a lot of this up until this moment. I really just have been trying to not think about it, not touch it because I'm so disappointed. I'm sort of just become desensitized to it. But getting into it, bro, it's just like, it's so disappointing. Because you know what I think? I think, all right, here we are. The season's been over for the last 2-3 weeks now. That means we're literally 365 long days away from even the optimism to having meaningful football. So it's brutal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, dude, I hate going through the summer and just like, you know, we're running a couple pods here and there and like we're just dying for it. Dude, I'm looking at my calendar every week, counting down the days. And I do that every year. And to be sitting in this position, it's like, bruh, now we're talking about we got to go fully rebuild and bring in another quarterback and like, oh, we're not going to fire JG. It's like, dude, everything is so up in the air right now. I think like what's getting to me most is that like we have no answers. We have no clarity whatsoever as to what's going on. All we have clarity on is that we blow right now. We're about to be 3-10 and we have no hope. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't really know what to think. I'm kind of just like, all right, Michigan State basketball. Like, what else is there to really care about? It's just like what?
Hawks baskball.
There you go. It's just depressing though, bro. Like, it's like
I ain't got shit. So y'all keep, you know, y'all go ahead, bro, because I don't got nothing right now. So I'm in a depressed state where I come home and I just wait for the day to be over so I can wake up for another one. Because this is ridiculous, like insane.
Yeah. So I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify too with the Monty thing. Like, I feel like Monty has done a decent job too. I just feel like if I'm him, I'm just looking at the whole situation and I'm like begging Michael Bidwell to sign off on like moving on because how I feel like if I was him, again, I'm gonna keep saying it. You're just wasting time. Like, nothing is going to change if you continue with the same staff. Like, nothing's going to change. If you go the route that your head coach wants you to go, then nothing's going to change. So
it's Monty has a huge decision to make. Like, you have to be able to, and I keep getting these fucking Cardinal alerts, limited drops. Like, come on, what are we talking about here? Limited drops on an Omaha Steaks football meats flavor pack. That's what our team's doing right now. We're sending out alerts for Omaha meats. Like, this is like this is our season.
I got that too.
This is our season in a vacuum right now. This is our season in a vacuum right now for people that need to understand this. And like I told Jake this, you know, off the air. I was telling my students that I work with at the place I work. I could go for a 2-hour plus lecture on the things that are wrong with this season alone, and then maybe 5 hours on what's wrong with the Cardinals as an organizational as a whole. Because I got people coming to me saying, wait, like, what's up with the Kyler Murray thing? Like, is he really that bad? Did he really get like? And I have to tell them, if you want to sit there and watch the Cardinals play for the entirety of Kyler Murray's career and think that he's a bad player, I can't change your mind. What I can tell you as a person that is actually cheering for the team to win a game, he can only do what he can do. But when you sit there, but I bring up this example every time. I watched Jordan Love play. This has nothing to do with Jordan Love and the talent that he could be, whatever he is. He's a 50-50 quarterback. There are at least
most quarterbacks
20 guys in the league that are 50-50 quarterbacks. Kyler Murray is a 50-50 quarterback. But I know for damn sure that he's done a lot more 60-40 than 50-50. And if you can't help that 60 win games, then you're the problem. You are the problem. Does he have deficiencies? Yes. Does his height lack his ability sometimes? Yes. Does his skittishness in the pocket and outside the pocket to get hit affect his ability to do simple things like as a quarterback, like stepping up? Yes. He also has had organizational turmoil. He has also had his coach had to be fired. He's had his GM be fired. He's had to go through injuries. He's had to go through bad offenses. These are all truths. And in a matter of whatever y'all claim, those are all truths. And now that my co-host below me is bringing up the fact that Jacoby Brissett is only 1-6 in games, now all of a sudden wins don't matter. Look at the stats. Look at the numbers. But yet, when our starting franchise quarterback had 3 touchdowns, 300 yards, because the kicker missed the kick, Kyler Murray he doesn't cut it. He can't get it done here and there. And that comes down to the issue with the organization. We as fans, a lot of these fans can't contextualize what needs to be done for a football team to win games. Football teams win football games. Football players get notoriety, accolades, and stats. If you want your players to get notoriety, accolades, and stats, you cheer for the football players. If you want to see your team win football games, you cheer for the football team, which means all 53 guys plus the coaching staff. That matters. And that has not been there for him enough. And because we know him to be a winner, I'm not going to condemn him to be a loser now. I'm going to condemn the franchise that has always lost to be the losers right now.
Facts.
So, like, you people can make up whatever you want to make up. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. But this season comes down to the fact that these people and these coaches don't have the ability to utilize their players in a proper way in order to have success. That's just abundantly clear. Trey McBride is a good player. That's why he's good. Like, Michael Wilson's a good player. That's why he's good. Even Marvin Harrison is, for the most part, a good player. That's why he does things. Paris, a good player. Most of our defenders, a lot of our guys on defense, they're good players. That's why they make plays. But why doesn't the team win football games? Because they don't execute enough as a football team. That's the difference in a lot of this shit. So when I bring up the notion of, to go back to the Jordan Love, that guy's a 50-50 player, but his team has found ways to win football games because the coaches coach details, the players make plays, and they do what they need to do as a 53 to win the football game. So go ahead.
I was just about to say, look at the Panthers. They beat the Rams this week with Bryce Young.
We were beating the everlasting hell out of the Panthers. We were beating the
Panthers fans.
Week 2. That's great. It was week 2. I know it was week 2. We were beating the everlasting hell out of them. And now they're now they're a team that has beaten both top contenders in the NFC.
They can go win the division.
They have a chance to win the division.
I hope they do.
I was just gonna say, to your point with like Jordan Love, like, I know Panthers fans who, like, they have no idea who Bryce Young is. They don't know if Bryce Young is like the worst quarterback in the league or if he's the best quarterback in the league, because he goes out there sometimes and he shits the bed. And sometimes he puts up numbers where, we've seen Kyler put up these numbers where it's like complete 16, 18 passes for 160 yards, gets a touchdown, but they win a game. So it's like, oh, well, he's not throwing for 400 yards, but we're winning. But then he might have a game where he throws 2 picks, we lose, or they still might win. It's just they don't know what they're getting. But at the end of the day, they find ways to win games because that's what good teams do. Good teams find ways to win games.
And Shad, if you can remind me, what pick was Bryce Young in the NFL draft?
I think he was the first pick.
Hmm. Okay. I just wanted to make sure on that one because for some reason our first round pick is the one that has to be the all world healer of every franchise that's gone around. And
Dude,
he's not Joe Burrow.
why doesn't Bryce Young get clowned like Kyler? They were both number one picks. They're both
Boy,
short. I would say Bryce Young is smaller than Kyler. Like it's like, what the fuck happened, dude, for everyone to literally just rag on this one
This
dude?
this 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 whole Kyler Murray shit is it has everything to do with the video game shit, and I promise you that's the main shit about his whole entire career. That
I think it has
derailed the
everything to do
narrative of
with
his
the.
entire career.
Yeah.
I think it has everything to do with the Cardinals, bro. They don't. They've never backed them once. I know people always say, "Oh, well, the Cardinals have given Kyler everything he's needed to succeed and this and
It's
that."
just the
And
furthest thing
I
from the
can
truth.
argue. I know. I can argue back and forth with you about how like why they haven't given him what he needed on the football field. But off the football field, they've never once given him the support that you would expect. Outside of his first year in Arizona, they haven't given him the support that you would expect a franchise quarterback to get. Even if they are trash, even
Mhm.
if they're the worst if Sam Darnold played for the Jets and Sam Darnold looked like ass and Zach Wilson too, but he played for the Jets. And the second they had a good game, the media, fans, all of that are lifting him on, you know what I'm saying? They're lifting him above everything. The
Mhm.
Cardinals, they've never once done that. They put things, like the study clause in his contract. They don't back his name when it's getting smeared with the whatever video game allegations or whatever we like all the
Mhm.
type of stuff, all the stuff that's going on off the field with Kyler, never have they backed him from an organizational standpoint.
Mhm.
So
And
I mean, I
when
think
they
that's the
did, it
that's
was
the
a
main difference.
Dude,
That's the main difference between him and Bryce.
dude, it's so funny too when people say like, oh, they like, because I have friends, dude, that like obviously are not watching the Cardinals closely at all, have not followed them, like nothing like that, and it's like the classic, like, oh, the Cardinals, they like Shad said, like, oh, they've done everything for him, and it's like, bro, I promise you, optically, they make it seem like they've done things for him, but that could not be further from the truth, bro. Drew Petzing is basically a fucking detractor to Kyler. Like his style of offense couldn't be more polar opposite to what Kyler needs to succeed. So that's already, bro, like damning evidence against them supporting him. Additionally, like people want to talk about, oh, DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, he had that great year, bro. And then he was always hurt. He was suspended. They brought in Zach Ertz when he seemed to be washed, right? Like he didn't really make plays
Hmm.
for us. AJ Green had like 5 good games. And it was just like, it was always half-assed attempts, bro. They never really bought into, yeah, let's actually give him what he needs. If they did, bro, Petzing would have already been gone, and that's a fact. Like JG's talking about Kyler's gonna have a career year this year. Well, dude, you're not going to allow him to because you're employing Drew Petzing. Petzing's style, dude, it like
it
that's
does not
why
result
that's
into
why
career
Kobe's
years.
numbers look good, dude. It's like, okay, yeah, they're designed for like a fucking old style, like stand in the pocket and just throw 50 times a fucking game. Whereas, I mean, dude, and that's like the updated version. Like prior
Yeah,
to it was like
yeah. I was gonna say, I would say that was
we're
forced.
gonna
That was a forced hand. That was a forced hand
That
to
was a
play like
forced
that.
hand. It was a
yeah,
forced hand. That's a fact.
we're gonna run the football, ram it down your throat. And effectively, dude, like I feel like even last year when like we were kind of cooking a little bit, like they just took Kyler's like threatening abilities out of it. And then even this year, bro, like I'll tell you what though, bro, like I would have loved to see how this year would have unfolded if after that Titans game we went to 2-3 and he just came back, bro. Like if he was hurt or whatever happened, like all right, give Jacoby that one Colts game where he fucking had a chance to win and blew it, and then they gave him the Packers game where he had a chance to win the next week and blew it. After that, dude, like at the point where we're 2-5 or 2-4, like had we been able to just get Kyler back, I'd be very curious to see what our record would be right now, bro. I can promise you, in my heart of
We'd have
hearts,
more
bro,
than 3 wins.
I do not think that we're eliminated from the playoffs right now. If Kyler
No.
had come back and Jacoby hadn't played 7 games, I don't, I do not think that we're eliminated right now. I think that we're around 500, to be completely honest. Like,
Through through all the bullshit that people want to say that Kyler like comes with on the field or whatever, like, oh, he can't see across the middle, oh, he doesn't throw for 300 yards, whatever the case may be, yada yada. He finds ways to win games. Like, period. He could go out there and throw for 100 yards or 90 yards and have 2 picks, but at the end of the game, we're gonna have a chance to win the game, and he finds a way to win
Dude,
the game.
that's
So
what
like,
I miss that so badly, bro. Because this, like, we've been like a middling team for a while, but it's like just like you just said, we've always like with Kyler Murray under center, you always have that chance, dude. The Seahawks game, like the first game, Week 4, Thursday night, like, dude, I can't tell you the energy I had in that stadium. Like when Kyler single handedly got us back into that game, dude, I was on cloud nine, dude. The season was all ahead of us, and I'm like, this guy is a fucking player, bro. And what do you know? Like the team finds a way to fuck him over. And then the Titans game, same shit, bro. It was literally belt to ass. And then Drew Petzing took the ball out of his hands. It was just three and out on the ground for like fucking 90% of the game after that. And then all of a sudden, the Titans start coming back. And then it was like, oh, now Petzing wants to throw when we're in obvious passing situations and Kyler's getting fucking swarmed. So it's like, dude, it literally all comes down to coaching, and it's crazy, bro. Like I'm literally going through the whole thing in my head right now as to like how we've gotten to this point, and it's not on Kyler, bro. Like
I mean,
I can't believe they
yeah.
didn't bring the guy back, bro. Like you bring him back, dude, and like we still have hope right now. We're in these games, like, dude, a wild card, I'm telling you, would be on the table. Like, dude, I was looking at the graphic just the other day, and like the teams in the hunt, bro. There was a 4-win team, I forget who it was, that's in the hunt right now. I swear to God, and I'm like, all right, like how the fuck, dude? Like, did we just let this season go to waste? Because it is not a strong year across the league, and like we completely blew it. And it's just crazy to keep this guy on the shelf, bro. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, man. Like, it would like for me, it would almost be worth it to like get him back for the last couple games and fucking like just see the guy play again. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, bro. Him going out like hypothetically on that Titans game, like it just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth, and I feel powerless, bro. Like I literally feel, I've said it before, like a helpless child. Like it's like you want something so bad, you want something to work, and you feel like there's fucking more. Like, dude, it feels like I'm back in like the Steve Keim era where I'm just like I'm like that Matthew McConaughey, like punching the glass, like in the spaceship. Like, no, no. That's how I feel, bro. I'm like, dude, it's like I feel like I can see, like, dude, if I can take us back to like week 7, like bring Kyler back, let him go beat the Colts. I'm telling you, bro, if Kyler Murray plays that game this past Sunday, there's no way we're not beating the Bucs. Like that, dude, that game was, I didn't want to win. I was rooting for the Bucs like as if they were my team because I didn't want to win. But I'm telling you, bro, like that game was so winnable on the road, like so winnable. And it like Jacoby Brissett, bro. Oh, congrats on your fucking another 300-yard game, buddy. Like, how many fucking wins? Like, are like, and the thing is, too, bro. It's like objectively, you can look at it and be like, all right, the games that we lost with Kyler this year, like, I can't name one that was like on him, like even like 10%. Honestly, like I feel like the team fucked it up. These games that Jacoby's losing, like I feel like I can pinpoint a lot of times where it's like, oh yeah, like he went, you know, he turned the ball over on downs like inside the red zone
He
twice. Like
gave Seattle
he threw
2
some.
touchdowns.
He get yeah, dude. He stood in the pocket for too long and basically let Seattle just steamroll him into the end zone, basically 2 drives in a row. Like it's just crazy, bro. Like it's honestly, and I don't even dislike Jacoby, but like
Yeah.
JG is making me like dislike the guys. It's like I don't even know, bro. It's just such a clown show.
I'll tell you this. 2-14 without Kyler Murray speaks on its own.
Dude, but they're even still they're trying to force him out the door, and like
they're really 1-14. They only beat one team. Let's be honest.
They only beat one team. Like, and I'm giving him the grace of saying that. Oh shit! I didn't. You just shocked my mind with that. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I was literally about to give them credit, and then hell yeah, they're 1-14. They've only beaten one team without Kyler Murray. That goes to show, and it's literally Dallas.
Yep.
So again, that goes to show what should be the priority coming forward. Is it that you want to make it seem that Kyler Murray is the reason why you lost your games? You had to you decided that Jacoby Brissett would be best for your football team going forward, and this was at a moment when you still were in the hunt, you still had plenty of life, and you chose him, and you've won one game since then. And someone's got
to tweet that, bro. Someone has to tweet that.
It is the most indefensible thing. I mean, you can go to Kyle Odegaard's Twitter. He tweets it every fucking week.
He does tweet it every day.
He goes out there every week and says what they've done, and how stupid it is.
Bro, Dude,
And
they're
it
really gonna
doesn't.
choose. They're gonna choose JG over Kyler, bro. And then I guarantee you, this man's gonna go to like Pittsburgh, and then they're gonna be a fucking team, and we're gonna be like,
No.
well, we fucked it up again. We chose the wrong guy, just like we chose Petzing over Clayton Adams, and then it's like, oh, we
Well,
fucked
again,
it up.
his
And then we
reputation
got
is
to deal
such
with it, bro.
is such in the
We
mud.
got to just
Yeah.
suck it up and fucking take a fat one and just be like, oh shit,
Well,
we got it wrong again.
his reputation is such in the mud overall the shit that we're talking about. And again, you saw that one Vikings, I guess, fan page, whatever, talking about we're in the territory that Kyler Murray doesn't sound too bad right now. It's like he would change your fucking lives. I'm so serious with you. He would change your lives
How
regardless
much
of how
more
y'all
fun are the
feel.
games when he's playing, bro? Like you
It's
feel
it's
like you can win any
you feel
game.
like you have a chance, and I promise you that your star wide receiver would not feel that Kyler Murray is just it is what it is. Like again, it has nothing like. Sure, he doesn't play within whatever structure that it is because he's an athlete. You can be an athlete behind the quarterback position and still have success. We're watching that with a ton of guys, like Lamar Jackson to be exact. And yes, Lamar Jackson has grown as a passer, but he's not. I'm not going to continue to say that he's some dynamic passer. Like he's not. He's a very good player, but he's not a dynamic passer. The thing that people worry about him the most is how electric he is if you let him escape. So so every loss that he's ever taken, especially in the big games, those teams say you have to beat us with your arm. And most of the time, in the playoffs at least, he hasn't done that. So to me to say, oh, Kyler Murray doesn't stand in a pocket and throw to a receiver over the middle, and DeAndre Hopkins had 100+ catches playing with Kyler Murray. Like why would I what would I need to think about anything like that for? If you have good players, they make plays. Like there's no context needed in any of that. When Kyler Murray plays, the Cardinals win total with both coaches doubles when without him. Like, and yes, it can be as cliche as, well, of course, a backup won't win as many as a starter. That's our point. Get the fucking team better. Execute the things that you need to execute, and then you can have success with a player at the level of Kyler Murray's ability, I should say. So these guys, they've made their bed, they laid in it, and when they watch their stadium get taken over, a lot of games next year. Because I'm trying to think, not that I'm going to before we finish up, I just want to see where those games will be at. Because like I don't know if y'all saw that Sunday night game in Washington. I saw more orange than I saw red. The Broncos are going to travel down there for sure. If we play the Chiefs at home, which I don't think we do, they're going to travel. The Chargers are right down the road. The Raiders, they
Chargers will
stuck,
travel.
but I guarantee
Raiders will
you there's probably
travel.
more Raiders fans in Arizona than there are Cardinals fans. So it's like you're there, and then again you play the NFC East. If Philly comes, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Like now I'm looking at it right now, actually. So home, you got the Eagles. That'll be a takeover. We watched the Commanders take over the stadium. The Broncos are going to take it over. Jake just mentioned, our co-host just mentioned how the 49ers took over. You have maybe one home game against the Raiders and an NFC North TBD, and that looks like it might be the Vikings. What do you think they're going to do? Take over. AFC East TBD. Jets. What if they have some hope and feel good? They're going to take over. It's not. It really is not. It's not looking good, fellas. I'm gonna just be real. It's not looking good at all. It's not looking good at all. So yeah. I don't. Who knows where this team is heading? I think we've made our points very clear about what needs to happen, and they're gonna make their own decisions. But you can't expect people to show up if this is the product that you're gonna put on the field again. And I don't buy the injury excuse. I don't. Some of your best players have played this year, and if you're gonna use the injury excuse, then why did you force out the quarterback that was hurt but not hurt? Like if you're gonna use the injury excuse, that wouldn't that give you the best chance to win?
Dude.
Better come out that he had a Liz Frank for sure. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
Like,
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But it's like we would love to ask him that question. Why can't we ask him any questions? Why are y'all withholding people from talking?
I mean,
Like that.
I simply just want them to ask JG, just be straight up. Will Kyler play when he's healthy?
Dude, they
Like,
have.
has anybody asked him? Has anybody asked him that? Like, will Kyler play
They've
when he's
asked him, bro, and
healthy?
he just gives
Yeah,
he
well,
changes his
yeah.
answer all the time.
He'll hit you with the well, we'll see.
He'll say like one day at a
Benson
time.
going to be activated?
One day at a time.
Is Trey Benson going to be activated? We'll see. Like you're a bitch. Fucking tell us what's going to happen.
I'm
Like
about to say,
tell us the
we'll
truth.
see is crazy. Like, will
Yeah.
he play when he's healthy or not? Like,
He
it's
just
just a
says
yes
Tell
or
we'll
us
no
see, bro.
question.
That's all he
tell us
says.
tell
That's
us the truth.
crazy.
The only the truth and nothing but the truth.
Nah,
By
he can't
God,
can't give that,
come
bro.
at
It's crazy. It's crazy to me that they're gonna decide now. Oh yeah, we're gonna decide to stick with JG and Kyler's the problem. Like, dude, it's gonna be hilarious when he goes to a legitimate team and balls out. Like, it's gonna be painful, honestly. Like,
well, if you go to your Cardinals app, people, you guess you can get a deluxe edition of Madden. I guess that's their priority right now. Their season of giving, I guess, as they've given away every fucking game possible this season.
dude, that's social media account, bro. I hate the admin of the Cardinals social media. They have literally no feel whatsoever. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, and like, dude, other teams that suck, like, you see the basketball accounts all the time, bro. Like, their team gets blown out and they give like some sort of like funny like defeatist tweet, or like they just post the score. Dude, the Cardinals are always like trying to like spin some positive tale, and it's like, dude, it's the same shit. Like, when they called me trying to get me to buy,
Refining the details,
yeah, yeah,
working on us.
yeah.
It's just part of the process.
Keep moving forward, like, dude.
Yes, keep moving forward. Keep moving
Trust the
forward.
process.
How
Like,
can you move forward if you don't win?
I
You're not moving forward. You're going backwards.
I almost feel like JG's wife is like in charge of the Cardinal social media, trying to save the family income. Honestly, like, dude,
Yeah.
it's crazy to me. Like that, I don't know, man. That guy, like, I know JV was calling for it like weeks back, and I actually agree with him like fully. Which those guys have been very down on lately, but like he was saying, like, Gannon's got to apologize to the fans, and I totally agree, bro. By not doing that, dude, like, you have to understand. At the end of the day, dude, fans are a massive component of this thing. It's he coaches and operates as if it's like this is my show, and like fans are just like spectators, on the side that like have that like this isn't about them at all. Like, they're just kind of off there to the side. It's like, dude, no, like we're just as important to this thing as you. We've been here longer than you,
You
and
pay
we'll
your
be
fucking
here.
salary, buddy. I don't know. Does he know? Does he not realize that?
Bro, with JG, bro, like, how many coaches have the three of us seen? Like, we've been here long before you, and we'll be here long after you. So, like, while you're
Yeah.
here, bro, like, just a little bit of respect, man. Like, a little bit of just decency, dude. Like, it's almost like like, I forget who I was talking to, bro, but someone in the know was like, he doesn't give a fuck about the fans, and I was like, great, that's
Yeah.
awesome to hear. Like, sick, dude.
16 games under 500 for the head coach in this organization so far. And the seat, as you know, the title of this episode, Seat Warmers on High. We're on level 3 with the seat warmers right now.
That's the highest it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Your cheeks on super fire. Where I'm at right now, I got my seat warmers on super high because of how the weather is out there. So I know for sure his seat warmers are on super high. And a lot of people's, if Petson ass isn't on fire at this point, I don't know I don't know what would be up with him. So
Bidwell has no
it,
balls, bro. Like,
yeah,
like the second we just got eliminated last week, they should have fired Petzing. Like,
yeah.
because at this point, it doesn't
It's
matter,
zero
bro.
reason to be employing him. It's zero reason to be employing him.
Nah,
You
bro, it
could
doesn't. It
literally
doesn't
get
matter.
into the
You,
next stage of vetting your next guy, or doing what I've said to do since last year or the year before if you fire him. And now you got, like you said, you got JV saying, well, we can do that now. Like, I bump all that. You don't have any guys that know play calling experience. Go when you fire an OC, typically the guy to take over is the pass game coordinator or the quarterback's coach. If y'all don't trust the pass game coordinator, then give it to the quarterback's coach. You had two people that could do that. Why you're still employing him speaks to everything that's wrong with JG and with this
dude,
organization.
the craziest
That's
part of it all, if we're gonna go ahead and fire him at the end of the season, then we just missed out on these next 5 games that we could, because the Cardinals, bro, they're so cheap. There's a chance that someone gets promoted from within to be the OC. If that happens, bro, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind, bro. My head's gonna pop right off. Because if that does happen, we could take this time right now to let this guy get some reps in terms of calling the fucking plays. But no, they're not going to do that. Let's just keep letting Petzing do it and then fire him at the end of the year, and then we're gonna interview internal guys and we'll look elsewhere. But
I
like,
mean,
maybe
who
we do
wants to
this.
come? who wants to come be the OC for Jacoby Brissett and hitch their wagon to Jonathan Gannon? If I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm not doing that.
Stefanski.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And if that's the case, then why not get a head start on the next guy right now? Like, let's go let someone else fucking call the plays right now if they're gonna be hired anyways. Like, why would you waste the time? It's Corey said it's gonna be the same fucking roster. So what are we doing, dude? Fucking around with Drew Petzing. Like he's calling QB draws for fucking Brissett, dude. Like this guy blows. He's terrible.
That boy Stefanski, you know what's up. He said, hold up. And again, there is no promise that he gets fired. So I want people to keep understanding that, like, right now, there is no promise that Stefanski gets fired. So if you don't have him, why would Dayball hitch his wagon to y'all? And again, like just like Shaw, just like you said, how can you have the ability to assess a quarterback and develop him? How do I know he has the ability to assess the offensive coordinator that needs to be needed for this offense or whatever needs to be done in terms of how the NFL runs now? There's zero, and this is. He told us to blame him for the offense, so I am blaming JG for the offense. This is your offense. This is what you want to be running. You continue to say, "Oh, I like what we got into. Oh, I like the calls." At some point, it's not going to work out. At some point, it's not good enough. Like, so again, that's their choice. That's his choice specifically, I should say. And if he's not gone, I don't expect much to change. And we will have wasted a full season in 2026 trying to figure something out that is not going to be positive. So I'm not even. I have nothing to say anymore.
Dude, you can look at it too, bro. Like the way that our division's looking right now, if we don't make mega changes, we don't even have a prayer to compete. Like we're looking at three teams, 9-3, 9-3, 9-4. Like, dude,
Brock Purdy just got paid.
We have no sliver of hope, dude.
Yeah. And the only sliver of hope is that Matthew Stafford somehow his back spasms increased into a level that is uncomfortable for him to win. But guess what? Sean McVay kind of knows what he's doing, right? Okay, yeah. So he's going to find his next guy.
And especially because they have the Falcons' first round pick, so they're going to go get the successor, and then he's going to learn under Stafford, and then we're still in Rams hell, dude, for the next who knows how many years.
There's a lot of things wrong with this team and organization and their approach and philosophy. And I'm going to say it till the cows come home. It does not matter what you think about Kyler Murray. If the Kyler Murray is the first thought when you talk about the Cardinals, that's your problem. It always starts with the coach. Our best success in the last 20 years has come when we had a legit NFL coach. Until you get past that, until you get to that point, you will not be anything. So, like I said, I don't have I have nothing to say about these people anymore. They're shitholes. They don't know what they're doing. They waste our time consistently, and that's just where we are with the situation now. So, yeah, do y'all have anything else before we head out today? We're on episode 49, so our next episode will mark number 50 with the pod, and that's a mega thing. So look to try to do something for that episode for sure. And I don't know what we're gonna try to do, but look to do something for that episode for the big one. So but y'all have anything else before we head out of here for the day?
Good luck in your fantasy leagues.
Oh yeah, for sure with that. I was about to say this Sunday is my birthday. So the Rams game would be my birthday. I was kind of hoping that Kyler would maybe play. I mean, obviously it's like that's a lot of hope, but obviously that's probably not gonna happen. So yeah, so I'm just gonna get drunk and watch the game and not care about it.
Woo. Wow. Happy early birthday to you.
Yes, sir. Happy early birthday.
It's
appreciate it.
That'll be a pain. I think I got a bottle of tequila in the freezer. I'll pull out for you on Sunday. But yeah, good luck with that one. That boy gonna be bird thinking about this bullshit that we're gonna be talking about. So but yeah, I have no prediction for this game on Sunday. I'm obviously hoping for another loss, and just at this point, all you can do is lose out to bring some
I need
hope.
Puka. I need Puka to go crazy for my fantasy team. So
I can't
I
have
do need
that.
there's that.
I do need. He can't have that. Well,
I need
I also
I
look to
need
need that stuff.
I need Tay to go off, and I need Puka to be kept in check. So we got a rivalry this week, Sean.
That boy Tate might not even play, but if he does, if they get to the red zone, he's going to score a touchdown. So you'll be lucky from right there. I'll tell you
Dude,
that.
it's crazy what he's doing in the red zone, man. It's wild.
Yeah. So we'll see, but hopefully we get to enjoy the game. Hopefully maybe it's a good one, but not too much hope inside of the game aspect. So
I'll give
y'all always had anything else before you head
I'll
out?
give a prediction on the game. I think Rams win 34-20.
Oof. You get another 30 ball, 14-point L.
I think they're
He
going to
lucky.
be
He
pissed,
lucky
dude.
I'm not the owner. Boy, he lucky as shit I'm not the owner.
I think they're going to be pissed coming off that loss to Carolina, bro. I think they're just going to absolutely – McVay is just going to torture us like he always does. And, dude, it hasn't even been said yet, but we're going to go over in the division this year. It's pretty crazy. That's pretty damning evidence, bro. I mean, how can you even hope to compete with this division? You can't even come close, dude. Like, it's – that last game against Seattle, bruh. Last game against the Niners, bruh. I'll tell you that didn't – who's watched that didn't happen under – like
Don't you dare
that,
say it.
there's the clearest contrast right there, bro. Like
Don't you dare say it.
Kyler played both of
Okay, I
those
thought you
teams,
were about
bro.
to say Cliff. I was about to say, hold on now.
No, dude. Kyler played both of those teams, and we barely lost both of those to the fault of anyone but him. And then we got absolutely smoked, dude, against the same two teams under Brissett. Smoked.
Hey. You can't judge Jacoby Brissett. He's a backup. Fuck out of here with that. Just saying that, please at me so we can argue on Twitter. I want to.
Hey, I need the followers. I need the impressions.
At this point, let's argue. I want to tell you how wrong you are about everything that you're talking about. So, it's been a season from hell. Glad it's almost over, but glad you boys are able to get out there for that Jags game.
Yeah,
I would love to say I'd love to be out there, but y'all for no one next year. But I have no desire to support these people with my money financially. So, I'm sick. I even have a jersey right now that I purchased, and luckily it was for free. But I used up gift card money on that. I could have spent that gift card money. I could have exchanged that for real cash, done something else with that. Like it's yeah. They've really lost me. So, yeah. Appreciate anybody that was tuning in. We will possibly catch y'all next week. Well, it depends on how kind of the game goes. If it's another slugfest, it'd be hard to crack on the mics for another hour to talk about what's going on. But they give us some entertainment to talk about, or another scandal pops up. Who knows? Maybe somebody gets fired. After the game on Sunday. Then we definitely have something to talk about there. So yeah, appreciate y'all, boys, and we will see y'all on the next one.
Sounds good. Catch fellas.
Yes, sir.